If you loved Left 4 Dead, then you're gonna love this game. Zombie shooter game enthusiasts better buckle up. Back 4 Blood, the new addition to the zombie shooting franchise, is coming. Here's what you need to know. What is it? An upcoming and much hyped multiplayer FPS game from the game development studio Turtle Rock Studios with Warner Brothers Interactive as the publisher. Back 4 Blood is a soon-to-be released title that has the gaming industry on their heels. The release is expected on 12th of October 2021 for all major platforms, namely Windows, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the newer Series X and S as well. While not explicitly called a successor to the widely popular and successful zombie shooter Left 4 Dead, many are considering it a spiritual successor given it's not only developed by the same creators but also contains very similar gameplay. The announcement for this game was at the Game Awards of 2020, which is almost 10 years after Turtle Rock split from Valve Corp, who were the publishers and current right holders of the Left 4 Dead series, and re-emerged as an independent game studio on their own. As for the nature of the gameplay, Back 4 Blood, it inherits a lot from the Left 4 Dead series, as both are categorized as 4-player co-op games with 8 players in PvP mode, and both focus on multiplayer as well as replayability. However, Back 4 Blood adds something new as well, which is cards. The way cards work is that at the beginning of each level, players are required to build their deck with cards that are used to adjust different gameplay elements, namely making modifications to player damage or stamina or health. In addition to player cards, corruption cards are also used by the AI director in opposition to players so that their progress is hindered. Extra enemies can also be spawned by the AI, and it can activate a fog effect to hinder vision of the players and also increase the horde size. The size of the game is based in the aftermath of a global outbreak of a newly discovered parasite purported to be of alien origins. The outbreak, the parasite has infected most humans on Earth and rendered them as ridden, and players are therefore left to deal with the post-apocalyptic world. The Cleaners, who are a group of veterans, take on the challenge in this world to fight the zombies together. According to the game's developers, also creators of the Left 4 Dead series, Back 4 Blood has a more expansive storyline as compared to its spiritual predecessor, Left 4 Dead. They also claim that this game has a more uplifting tone in comparison with other zombie games currently in the market. The game's creative director, Phil Robb, said that the Cleaners also have been made more capable and confident in comparison with Everymen from the Left 4 Dead series. These new characters, he added, are not merely fighting for survival against the zombies, but actively struggling to create safe spaces. This attitude is something that is noticeable during a dialogue in the game between the Cleaners, who don't appear to show fear for the zombies. The creators said that the card system of the game was brought in because they believe that this is a way to keep the game challenging as well as dynamic for veteran players. However, they've created a classic mode too, which is for new players and removes all the cards to make for a more accessible experience for players. While the official release is still months away, an open beta has been released in the middle of this month, August of 2021. The first phase began with early access from August 5th to August 9th for players who pre-ordered the game. Second phase, the game was available for all players from August 12th to August 16th. The best characters in Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood is known for its scarce resources. When your inventories are empty and things don't look so good, the teammates you want on your side are Hoffman, Mom, Doc, and Holly. There's no better team out there, whether you're struggling to Nightmare or Veteran difficulty, and these are the best bet to make it out. Hoffman, Doc, Mom, and Holly have some very unique and potent abilities that put the whole team at a significant advantage in all situations. For example, the whole team can pick up the ammo that is dropped when Hoffman kills a Ridden. Keeping your team well stocked on ammo is super important given how scarce it is in Back 4 Blood, even when compared to Left 4 Dead. Meanwhile, when it comes to keeping the team alive, Mom and Doc are your best bet. It is absolutely inevitable that you'll be getting hit and doing down on higher difficulties. That makes it even more invaluable to have that instant pickup, extra lives, boosted trauma resistance, free healing, and extra healing items. You need to stay alive to beat Back 4 Blood's campaign, and that means having Mom and Doc on your side. It may be less obvious, but Holly is a huge help in that regard too. When you're sprinting and using melee attacks in Back 4 Blood, you need stamina, especially when you're facing the game's special Ridden up close. Stamina is especially important, and think about when you run out of ammo. You're going to be swinging that melee weapon a lot, right? It's way easier to get killed when you run out of stamina, so that extra boost for the whole team means life or death in this situation. Back 4 Blood character abilities. Let's get familiar with characters and how they work. Mom has got some mad revival skills that are absolutely crucial, especially during higher levels. She can can instantly revive one down teammate per level. She has a support inventory slot to carry healing items like painkillers and medkits. She also comes with one additional team life. That means that each team member can be downed an additional time before dying. Doc can forego healing items when healing low health teammates. He improves healing efficiency and increases the team's trauma resistance. Now, isn't that important? If you want Ridden to drop you some ammo, then you need Hoffman for sure. The Ridden Hoffman kills have the chance of dropping you some precious ammo. He's got one offensive inventory slot for pipe bombs, grenades, etc., and has 10% the team's max ammo capacity. Walker is the man for precision kills. He gets headshots on normal Ridden and glowing red weak spots on special Ridden. This grants Walker 20% increased accuracy for 5 seconds. He adds a plus 10 to the team's max health and deals 10% increased damage. Carly can sense nearby hazards and has a quick inventory slot. This is the slot where things like ammo pouches and defibrillators go. Evangelo's pretty special. He can break out of special Ridden's grab effects once per minute and has 75% increased breakout speed plus 25% increased stamina regeneration. He adds 5% to the team movement speed. Every character in Back 4 Blood has their unique strength, and you can put together a winning team with any of them, but the unbeatable group seems to be Hoffman, Mom, Doc, and Holly. The open beta. The iconic Left 4 Dead series has been spiritually revived as Back 4 Blood by the developer Turtle Rock Studios. It's another 4-player zombie shooter. The narrative doesn't quite overlap yet, but the two series share a whole load of DNA. The Back 4 Blood open beta began on August 12th and ended on the 16th of August. Players got their first chance to experience the franchise. What we're wondering now is, when is it going to conclude? More importantly, is your progress going to carry forward to the full game? If you weren't able to enjoy the first open beta, then don't worry, enjoy the full game very soon. Back 4 Blood will be officially launched on October 12th, 2021. If you're looking for a head start, then you can pre-order the digital deluxe edition for $89.99 or purchase the ultimate edition for $99.99. Both the upgraded versions will allow you to access the game 4 days before the official launch. But if you feel like you missed out on enjoying the game for free like in the open beta, then you're not completely out of luck either. As long as you have a Game Pass subscription, when Back 4 Blood officially launches in October, it'll be available on Xbox Game Pass for Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC. And you'll get the standard edition of the game on the Game Pass subscription. And for those of you wondering if your Back 4 Blood open beta progress will carry on to the full game, do we have news for you? And sorry to say, it's bad. All your progress will be wiped out and you'll have to start afresh. Quite a bummer, right? Offensive language. Some of the beta users noticed that the Ridden seemed to be moaning a serial racial slur during the game. The game makers have claimed that this is the unintended result of 2 separate audios mixing, and they're working on fixing it. Well, that's all you need to know about Back 4 Blood. The next step is to play the game itself when it launches. If you weren't part of the open beta, have fun and don't die.